Leeds have officially been relegated from the Premier League, and in a lot of Leeds fans' opinions and football fans' opinions around the world, it is ever since Marcelo Bielsa had left his job, Leeds have crumbled down the standings and now are relegated in real life. Today, we're going to be rebuilding Marcelo Bielsa's murderable 4-1-4-1 before on Wednesday we rebuild Leeds from the Championship and see how far we can get them in 5 years using this tactic. What's going on there, guys? Kenby here and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another tactic test, and today is a recreation of Marcelo Bielsa's high press intense 4-1-4-1 system, and we're going to be using it with Leeds, his old club Lazio, and also PSG to show what this tactic can do at a top side. If you guys can, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well, and just get a comment in down below of why Leeds have gone the way they have. I'm obviously a United fan. You can tell from the bits behind me. You're not going to be, you know, Leeds fans aren't going to love my videos, and that's because I'm a United fan, but I'm very impartial and I actually quite enjoy having Leeds in the Premier League. They're a massive club. I mean, just looking at some of the history of the club itself, if we do go into it, they've been in the Premier League now for 3 years and had a torrid time through, you know, the financial troubles in the early 2000s to then just being a Championship side. And it's good to see them back in the Premier League, but sadly now they are gone. I think they'll bounce back fairly quickly, but these seasons of dominance where they were 9th in the Premier League and, you know, 17th last year, they just about held on. But when they were doing very well, they had some fantastic results under Marcelo Bielsa, and that's the man we have tried to recreate the tactics of today. We have simmed our season with Leeds. This is not going to be the season we use for the rebuild. I'm obviously going to make sure Leeds are relegated into the Championship, not finishing in 7th place in the Europa Conference League. What a different world this would be. 3 points outside of the Champions League. Leeds fans, if you kept Bielsa, this is where you'd have been. You'd have had a good first 4 games at the top of the league as well. But a decent season, definitely in terms of making a tactic for Leeds. I'm very happy with 7th place. They are predicted to come in 10th, which is quite an overachievement, I think, in FM's eyes. I mean, the Leeds team really is not very good. If we do go into the stats, it's interesting to see that we were 5th in the most goals scored on 60 and fewest conceded. We were actually 4th on 40. I mean, we saw yesterday the defensive frailty of Leeds is just mind-blowing. They just honestly do not understand how you can set up in that game. 6 defenders they had on the pitch and they conceded within 2 minutes against Tottenham. It was abysmal. We aren't anywhere on the possession stats, but it is a very high press intense system. And in terms of the game that I want to show you, I want to go back to a save file and see if I can pick up this 4-0 victory against Manchester City. Give me 2 seconds and we'll be back with this 4-0 win against Man City to kick off the Premier League season. Which before we do get into these match highlights, if you guys can, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel and follow on all of these 4 wonderful things, plus Instagram as well. So you got Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and actually brand new as of today, a Patreon as well. So if you guys do want to support me in my content creation journey, there is a Patreon link down in the description below. There is 3 different tiers. There's one just for general support and you guys being absolute legends. There's one for the the rebuild files, where obviously I do a 5-year rebuild. They'll now be going on there every Wednesday and Sunday as the rebuilds are released. The files will be going onto Patreon for you guys to download, which is awesome. You'll be priority in terms of me making tactics and in terms of me making rebuilds for you. But there's also a tier where I'll actually make a tactic for your save or for a team you want me to make. So if you're starting a Hibernian save, for example, I'll do some research into Hibernian and make a tactic perfect for them. And that is all available on Patreon. So if you guys do want to show some support, the link for that is down in the description. And I mean, I cannot thank you guys enough anyway for over 1,000 subs. But if you guys do want to show a little bit extra support, it is all available on that Patreon. Now, in terms of this game, we are obviously a 4-0 victors against Manchester City, which I don't understand how it happened. I was simming through, making the thumbnail next to me, and I have the sim next to me so I can see how it's going. And I saw a 4-0 victory, and I was gobsmacked, to be honest. I thought we were going to dominate the world of Leeds, but we're going to just quickly show you the goals for this. Rodrigo is playing as the number 9, Rocker, McKennie, and it's Aronson in the left centre mid role, with Sinisterra on the left wing role, Harrison on the right. McKennie picks this ball up, plays it out to Jack Harrison, who's an inverted winger out there, who finds Rodrigo in the box, and he does put this one home. We're going to zoom in just a tiny little bit more. McKennie on the ball again, plays it out to Dallas, plays it into Sinisterra. Sinisterra is going to just cut inside by Rodrigo again, just behind the lines of a high XG finish. It's exactly what you want. You want big XG chances. When a team like Leeds, sometimes not the greatest finish in the world, you need to be getting them close into the box and scoring goals. A defensive error, the ball falls through to Rodrigo. He scores again to get a hat-trick, and then a free kick from Sinisterra. A little bit of class in the 89th minute. Just batter Manchester City, and you can see in terms of the stats as well, we didn't have 4 shots and just, score 4 and win. We were actually above them on XG on a 2.15, and possession-wise, we were fairly even on 46%. I need to now just jump back to the save file at the end of the season, and I'll show you guys the actual tactic. So then the actual tactic is a 4-1-4-1. It is the most used system under Marcelo Bielsa when he was at Leeds. So I've tried to recreate that role. I've tried to make it good for FM as well as being a very similar to Bielsa style system. So first of all, I will point out I've not got a high line on because I cannot get this formation working with a high line. High line just is not working on FM for me at all. So that's the first thing I'm going to point out, is the only thing that I'd like to get on there, which I haven't, and also maybe the striker not being an advanced forward and probably being a pressing forward or a deep line forward like Bamford maybe was. But I've tried to sort of change it around a little bit, so it will work out playing like Leeds in real life under Bielsa. So starting off is a sweeper keeper on defend, in goal, no further instructions. A wing back on support, sit narrower on the right back. 2 ball playing defenders, both on pass it short, so we don't want them making high risk passes. We want them just playing in to this anchor man on defend with no further instructions. He's going to be sort of the pivot in DM. I've seen a lot of people, I think it was RDF, and I think Josh Daly has also made the tactic with a DLP on support. I simply could not get it working and get some very good results out of it. So I stayed with the anchor man. So the left wing back on support, stay wider. Inside winger, or inverted winger on attack on the left hand side. Roam for position, tackle harder. The exact same on the right. A box-to-box midfielder in right centre mid with close down more and tackle harder. A Metzala on support, sort of the Rodrigo role under Bielsa on that left centre mid role with dribble more, close down more and tackle harder. And an advanced forward up front on attack with roam from position and tackle harder. Positive mentality, shorter passing, play out of defence, pass it into space, whipped crosses, work the ball into the box, be more expressive, slightly higher tempo and fairly narrow. Again, I could not get this ultra high tempo system working very well, so I stuck to it with a slightly higher tempo because I think simply the quality, I mean, it worked quite well in the other 2 sims, which I will show you with PSG and Lazio when I was tweaking the tactic, because they've got the ability to play a higher tempo, but as a Leeds team, with the team we've got, it wasn't feasible to play that ultra high tempo system. But again, you can do if you want to. It's set on counter press, distribute quickly, take short kicks and distribute to the playmaker, the anchor man in DM. And our possession is set to a high press system, triggering the press as much as possible, preventing that short kick distribution, and also pressing at the trapping them inside with the press as well, because it's a very packed out midfield. I mean, as much as this Metzala does go forward and drift into the wings on attacking situations, it is a boxy free here with 2 lower back wingers. They're not, attacking left winger and right wing. They are left mid, right mid who get inside. So that is where we sort of make a lot of the play come from. Goals wise, we scored 23 with Rodrigo, 11 with Willie Nonto off the bench, which is a shame he didn't get played more, but we'll make sure he is in the actual rebuild. Luis Sinisterra, 9 goals, 8 assists. Jack Harrison, 6 goals, 8 assists. Helder Costa out on loan. Ignore that one. I got baited. Maxi Verba scored 5 goals, got 3 assists. Francisco Somerville as well. Obviously a fantastic young player, 4 goals and 5 assists. I'm going to try and make this guy an absolute standout in our rebuild of Leeds, because he is a supreme talent in real life. But in terms of data hub, we were sitting just above average on goals per game, just above average on conceded per game as well, which is very good for a team in Leeds' position. Now, we'll show you the results with Lazio as well. We have, where are we, on the competition screen, we've come 4th in the league on 75 points. Italy is a very difficult league. We've come 6th in the prediction, so 5th in the prediction, sorry. So 4th place I'm quite happy with. Immobile was unbelievable in this tactic. It's sort of to be expected. Coppa Italia semi-final by Napoli, who ended up winning the league just like real life. But we did win the Europa League, a 4-2 victory against Real San Sebastian. Again, 44% possession. Better on XG, 14 goals. Alberto, Milinkovic-Savic, Felipe Anderson and Pedro scoring the goals, which is quite nice to see that goals do come from other places, not just your number 9. I mean, Immobile got 41 goals and 8 assists this season, but 17 goals, 12 assists for Felipe Anderson, 12 goals, 8 assists from Milinkovic-Savic, 10 goals, 15 assists from Matteo Zaccagnini, 10 goals, 9 assists from Pedro, 7 goals, 4 assists from Vicino, 3 goals, 8 assists from Luis Alberto as well. And if we do go actually into the Serie A and into the stats, we were 6th place in terms of goals scored, 6th place in terms of goals conceded, and 6th place in most possession, but we come 4th. So we'll take that. Not too bad at all. And then PSG, if you are with a dominant side, you are going to do very well with this tactic. 102 points. We hit the Centurion. We won the Champions League, a 2-1 victory against Napoli. And we also won the Trophy of the Champs. Sadly, didn't win the Coupe de France, knocked out by Lille, who ended up finishing in 7th place, which is really annoying. But a 96 goal difference, scoring 114 goals, conceding just 18 and having 60% possession is very nice to see. Scoring 3 goals a game, conceding just 0.47. And again, goals coming from all over the place. 57 goals, 6 assists from Mbappe, 33 goals, 10 assists from Neymar, 23 goals, 15 assists from Messi, 11 goals, 26 assists from Soler, 12 assists, 6 goals for Fabian, 4 goals, 11 assists for Verratti, 10 assists from Hakimi, 9 assists down there for Renato Sanchez. No one else really getting too involved, but some very good results with PSG, as well as good results with Lazio, and I'm very happy with how it turned out with Leeds. Like I say, a Leeds rebuild will be coming this week on Wednesday, as well as a Leicester tactic on Friday, which is probably going to be a recreation of Ranieri's title-winning tactic, and obviously a Leicester rebuild on Sunday as well. Also, content out on Sortitoutsi this week. There'll be a tactic from the website itself and a how-to on setting up my rebuilds that I do as the director of football rebuilds. So if you guys are interested in that, that'll be Tuesday and Thursday over on Sortitoutsi. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next time.